Hi guys, welcome to another video by myself, Bates87. It is the start of FIFA. As this video goes live, it is launch day. Launch day is where everyone can start getting their hands on the game. Some of you may have already had your hands on the game with EA Access, or even be able to pick up a copy early, but Ultimate Edition and Champions Edition are out now. You guys, I think it's out worldwide now, so you guys can play it if you want to get the game now, or it's going to be Friday when the game comes out. Now, a lot of people, including myself, dream of players, even though I've got the coins to buy it, but dream to play with players like Zidane. But unfortunately, it's not the case. A lot of people have to work their way up, trade their way up, play their way up to earn certain players. And in today's video, we're going to take a look around at defenders, attackers, midfielders, and a few goalkeepers as well, which you guys should definitely be keeping an eye out. Some of them mid-range, some of them really cheap, and some of them just meta. But we have kept it under 84 rated, I think. I think it might be a few 85s, but there's mainly 84 or lower. Now, as the market gets flooded, these players should be cheap. A few of them are pretty expensive, but I think the price will come down over a period of time. And that's basically what we're going to take a look at. Now, if you guys enjoy this type of videos, leave a like, rate, and subscribe if you're not, and hit the bell button so you never miss an upload on the channel. Plenty of videos out and about. You guys should go and check it out. But with that said, guys, let's take a look at probably the goalkeepers and then move our way up to the attackers. So with goalkeepers, there wasn't really a decent amount of players to take a look at. Obviously, I've used, I think, 2 of these goalkeepers in Leno, and I think there's one more I've used as well. Herodecki, I think it was, but I think it's an 84. And these players aren't even selling, like, I think these 2 aren't even selling for the min. We've got Pickford as well. And goalkeepers is a difficult choice, so I've gone with like main league goalkeepers. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Premier League, one of them La Liga, which I think Abiola is the best choice for goalkeeper when it comes to La Liga for cheap price. And then we've got 2 Serie A. I don't think we've got a Bundesliga one actually, so I might throw in a Bundesliga one actually, just because I'm not giving you the option. So we'll throw in a Bundesliga goalkeeper of who to pick with if you guys are going for Bundesliga starter squads. But with goalkeepers, you can't really make a choice. Obviously, you got likes of Sommer, Pavlenka, and I think Pavlenka would be my choice of goalkeeper. 86 diving, 88 reflexes, and I think he's like 6 foot. What is it? 6'5" as well, so a very tall goalkeeper. And I think Pavlenka probably is going to be the choice for the goalkeepers when it comes to the Bundesliga. La Liga 1. We've not actually got one for Liga 1 either. See, I'm missing. But we're going to go Liga 1 now for goalkeeper and pick their goalkeeper of a choice. And it is going to be, and I think it's going to be like Sommer. No, not Sommer, sorry. Ruffier or Lecomte. They're the best 2 goalkeepers. He's not even selling. He's selling for just over mid-bid, sorry, so you can pick him up. Rulli as well, good shout. Mandanda I'll probably avoid. I'll probably go with the likes of Rulli. So they're the goalkeeper picks there. Not really much to talk about, guys, but defence, midfield and attackers, that's what we're looking at mainly. So, defenders, we have got Ferland Mendy, an extinct player. Currently, as I'm making a video, I think he's maxed at 10k extinct, but who knows what's going to happen with the market flood. May see a lot of them pop up, may see his price change, but I can't see his price holding more than 20,000 coins, guys. It's a left back, a fast one, but the rest of his stats are pretty mediocre. Now, for the start of the game, he's definitely going to be a standout player. Nathan Ake, 75 pace, 85 defending, 5'11", medium high work rate. It's very good for an 88 defender. He's selling for a couple of K as well. We've got Kurt Zuma of Chelsea. A lot of Premier League players in this bunch, along with Eric Bailly. I called this at the launch event. I said he's going to be one of the most popular, and so far played like nearly 30 games. Eric Bailly is the one which stands out for me. Very difficult to break down with the high pace, high defending, and high physical as well. We've then got an ex-Manchester United player, which is none other than Chris Smalling. A pain, an absolute pain to get past. A non-rare gold. Don't know how much he's worth. I might take a look at the price of some of them, but Chris Smalling, very dangerous player, very annoying to play against, but definitely one of you guys going for Serie A teams. Denea doesn't even sell, well, sells just over min bid. Denea fast, strong, and tall as well. We've got Klosterman for a right back in the Bundesliga, and one player you can potentially stand out into your team. We've got Wan-Bissaka, currently extinct as well as I made this video, but high pace, and that's what everyone looks for in defenders, and obviously links up to some decent players in the Premier League. Kanate, 78 pace, 6'4", high work rates for your Bundesliga choice of a defender. Brilliant player and doesn't even sell for that much really. We've got Malcut. He is actually one of the like mid-range. Sells about between 3 and 7k. Malcut I don't know if people are using SBCs or whatnot, but he's a very solid right back in the Serie A. Alex Telles, a top tier one now, 84 rated. Reason his price isn't as high as some is because of the fact he's not in the main league. He's in the Portuguese league, but easy to link with Brazilians and other players like that. You could even link him up with, yeah, if you sort it out right, you can link him up with some nice players. We then got Hernandez. Probably the most expensive player in the defensive bunch that I've gone with, but he is fast, strong, tall, and works well. I've used him in my Bundesliga teams quite often. We've got Digne, left back from the Premier League, French, main nation, main league, and obviously well-rounded stats, just over 8. I don't know how he's an 85, 83, but he is. And there he is there. We've got Sanchez, actually. Is he more expensive than Hernandez? He's an expensive player. I know I've packed a few of them and sold a few of them as well. So we've got Hernandez rocking on in there. Very, very expensive, but he is a brute of a defender. Same with Jonathan Tah. Very similar to Sanchez, actually. He's got a little bit less pace and a lot less shooting, but he is a pretty good defender if you're rocking Bundesliga. Nelson Semedo, right back in La Liga. Rudiger, Premier League. Standout player, 72 pace, 82 defending, and 78 physical. Kimpembe currently was extinct. Price range may have been updated if you guys are going with Liga 1 teams. Fast, strong, tall. It's what you're looking for. And you're looking for fast and decent crossing. Ricardo Pereira could be a man, but high price because of being in the league that he is. Harry Maguire, not a bad player. I think if you're looking to pair any of them up with like Wan-Bissaka, perfect link, Eric Bailly, who else have we had in there? Maybe another one. There should be another United player in here as well. But Maguire, very, very good. Decent defending and physical, but pace. If you play a drop back, I think he'd suit pretty nice. Eder Militao, very expensive defender, but perfect link to Marcelo, perfect link to a few players in the Real Madrid team, but he is a really good defender and was last year as well. So I think he could be seeing him quite a lot. Lindelof, 74 pace, 82 defending. He is my choice of Manchester United defenders if you don't want to go near Eric Bailly. Lindelof, very, very good, and pace over 70, that's what you're looking for. Joey Gomez, one of the cheap, overpowered, reasonably cheap players anyway. Joey Gomez of Liverpool, English, main league, main team, and then back to Ferland Mendy. So that was my pick of defenders. Absolutely fantastic bunch. You won't go wrong with any of these players into your team. And if you guys see any players missing from this and want to add it in there from personal experience, feel free to let us know as well. Now we hit the midfielders. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly, as it's like main centre defensive, centre mid, and cam. We've got a few wingers in there as well, but you can probably knock them up. We've gone with Bakayoko as a cheap French alternative to a lot of players, like Ndombele, very, very good. Bakayoko's been a fun player to use in foot. We've got Gabam in, an Everton player who sells for a couple of K, decent stats all the way around, and a solid CDM. Same with Ndidi as well of Leicester City. We've got Uwa, good all-around player in Liga 1 with obviously the French link, could link him with Bakayoko with a strong link. Fraser, one player as a midfielder, I'd rock him up higher, I think. He's not got very good shooting, but his pace and dribbling are fantastic, and that's what you're looking for. Ndombele, probably a top tier, expensive, but 81 rated, that's why I can't see him holding his price. Ndombele we've gone with. Emre Can, I played against him, very difficult to break down. Kondogbia in La Liga, but nation has changed, as you guys know. Would have been a lot more expensive if he was still French. Ducor, we picked a lot of French players, as you can see. Brazilian Thiago Mendes from Liga 1. Herrera, the Mexican from Atletico Madrid. Decent all-round stats, good for a central midfielder. Kostic, left mid. Probably going to push him up as well, use him for his pace. Same with Gelson Martins. Pepe as well. Probably should be in the attacker bunch, but they are coming out as midfielders. But he's probably the most expensive one on this list. We've got Lo Celso, central midfielder from Tottenham Hotspur from the Premier League. Tolisso, Bundesliga player, French, links to a lot of bunch. Same with Goretzka as well. Goretzka's a fantastic player. I used him today for 2 games, and he did the business in midfield. Link him with Gnabry. Gnabry's expensive. I don't think he's going to hold his price that much. Havertz, Kai Havertz, this player, 17 games played, 9 goals, 5 assists, one of my standout players for my team. Really enjoyed him. I played him at striker a few times, and cam, and central mid. He did business every position that I did play him. Moving on through, Felipe Anderson from the Premier League, Brazilian beast, does the work as always. Gini Wijnaldum of Liverpool, all round. Like, look at them stats, guys. He's near the Hullet club, innit? Few informs and he'll be up there. Coleman, Kingsley Coleman of Bayern Munich. You can see a lot of the standouts from this, guys. French, Brazilian, not many English, few Germans, but they're the main nations we've gone with, and Bernard as a standout left mid. So there were a bunch of midfielders we've gone with, a lot of main nations, a few off nations as well, which does also reduce the price. If you see any midfielders missing from this bunch, which you guys use and would really recommend, help everyone out. Put it in the comment section below and list them off if you don't see them. But these are the ones that I've been playing against and ones which I think they're going to do absolutely ridiculous in this game. And the final one is the attackers, Quincy Promes. Should be reasonably cheap, actually, because of the fact he is a Dutch for Ajax. But with the Eredivisie, you do have a lot of standout players. We got Gabriel Jesus, 85 pace, 86 dribbling. Manchester City, Brazilian, is pretty expensive. Jamie Vardy. You're looking for pace. Pace and shooting with attackers, and if you are able to get a high dribbling stat, that's going to be a standout as well. A little bit like Depay, a little bit better than a few others. Vinicius Jr. on the left-hand side. Obviously, a perfect link to Militao, if you could do that. I don't think you can, but Vinicius Jr. we've added on in. Chucky Lozano from the Serie A. High pace, reasonably alright dribbling actually, and decent shooting. Very good player, and one which I have seen a few times already. Bellarabi. This guy was close to going extinct earlier, and I think it literally is because of the high dribbling and high pace. One which can absolutely skip past defenders, get throwing on in, and whip that ball in if needed. This player is one that I want to use. Rebic, 88 pace, 80 shooting, 78 dribbling, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 6'1". He looks like a fantastic standout striker in the Serie A. You know, ridiculous. And I've only just packed him as well. Bergwijn. He got a team season last year in FIFA 19. You guys may know him. High paced. I think he could have a lot of right wing choices in the Eredivisie, but Bergwijn's in there. Alex Teixeira. Beast, 92 pace, 76 shooting, 82 dribbling, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 5'9", dangerous attacker. Martial, obviously super expensive. We got him untradeable. If you guys missed that video from the 2 player packs, he was one we picked up. But Martial, I can't see him holding that high price very often. Bakumbu of the Chinese league, innit? A good player, very difficult to link with. Might be one that you pull in off the bench and put him up there. But we have gone with Bakambu as a choice. Lucas Moura, Brazilian. Tottenham Hotspur can play him striker, cam, out on the wing. It's totally up to you. He'll do the work anywhere. With a 92 pace, 87 dribbling. I might actually rock with him a little bit, I think. St. Maximin, currently extinct. 79 rated. I've heard a lot of good things about this guy, but I can't see him holding his price as much as other players. Obviously, 79 rated should get packed a lot, especially during launch week. So we should see him flood through. We've got Ben Yedder, striker from Liga 1. Has moved from the La Liga this time. 85 dribbling, 84 pace, 82 shooting. Werner, we paid 39k for. It's around that price anyway. But you're getting a top tier striker with high pace. Downfall, his skill moves. He's got 3-star skill moves, but still should be alright. We've got João Felix. Looks pretty well rounded as a centre forward. Low shooting, low pace, alright dribbling. I don't really know about him, but João Felix I put in there because I think he's a beast. Leon Bailey as well, 82 rated Jamaican, good of using Bundesliga teams. Jovic of Real Madrid, 77 pace, 81 shooting, 81 dribbling, 82 shooting, 5-star weak foot. Massive thing is that this year. David Neres, Brazilian from Ajax in Eredivisie. Callum Wilson from Bournemouth in the Premier League. And then Pulisic of Chelsea as well. And we've got Moussa Dembele. And I would maybe even put Ousmane in there as well, but I haven't chose to. But that is the main bunch, guys. Back to, they're the best, some of the best strikers. Some of them, as you can tell, it's like maybe 50k max on a lot of these players, which I would class as cheap. Because I don't think the prices are high now, but I do think they're going to drop down a hell of a lot. So depending on when you guys watch this video, obviously we've done it at the start. I think a lot of these prices should be reasonably cheap, and these should be bargain basement players in the next couple of weeks to even months. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on a lot of them. If I'm missing any attackers, feel free to let me know which beastly ones you've been using, which one you've been tearing it up with. Let us know in the comment section below. Help each other out, guys. Leave a like, rate, and subscribe if you're not. Until next time, bye-bye.